Renegade. Man, when afraid man in the wilderness. Keep it real and honest, you know, tablet. Good morning. Morning. Good afternoon, good evening, good night. Worldwide. But we keep it real and honest, because we say, somebody said me a clip. I know them always, people always do. We now watch Big Mama. But them always send me, because choose a more t-shirt that for honest. Yeah, you know, so the one of them for the peer list. The destructive media peer list. So them show me Pearnel Charles. Pearnel Charles. Me attack 1,005 acre land, $1,000. Yes, him same one. Me attack Michelle Charles daddy. We push the dress under the woman where still have our dual citizenship in the another West Mark Wood. Me attack she. Yes, me attack Pearnel Charles Jr. now. The house for like also. We have clean all about. We attack them. See? No independent. Him same like Manly, you know. Him love what Manly say. No, but I dissect that. But and then him come with the next thing. Then somebody start calling me last night on my brethren and say, you should only see it out, man, because them have a 93-year-old woman call and say she's afraid if the PMP win. But I deal with that part there too, because me know say if you're 93 by any blessing. Right? The highest murder rate ever upon Bruce Watt and Andrew was there, 2009. And the bloodiest year at that time. Now we have no war and nothing going on, and it's so bloody for Andrew Watt, and it's unbelievable. It make it look like at time. See? The highest murder, the third highest murder rate at 2017. One of the statistics. And everything on that for Andrew Watch, nothing, none of them, the lowest murder rate for Andrew Watch. It can be posted similar. We're not going to amend anything because you know to them that low thing when people are dead 100 and 200 and them thing. They're different from 1980 when Sarah turned the place upside down. See? Yes. So we're going to deal with that. I want to look at money laundering because what am I do? What Big Mama doing a PR and you come out to the blue that pool. We're going to do that. And we're going to draw back for the RJ Danance pool. When Danance they let out the other day. I tell them take a feel, them not a feel now. Because I blew that pole there, that's the way Mama, well, it's a green pole on Big Mama swing pan. So we have the thing, you know, but I could look at money laundering and I look at Andrew on this. Because them now want these things bring up people. That, you look at money laundering and all money laundering move. And we could look at Andrew on this bank account, 28. We see so much thing coming to it's unbelievable for your prime minister, unbelievable. Yes. Yeah, let me have a look at tape now. Some spring wheel or something I rush. Christopher Tufton. Tell you the truth, Christopher Tufton are 10 times better somebody than Andrew Onis. They know that. You don't want to know chopper government, chopper this and them. Well, we are calling for the member, you know. In performance, but opinion not call like this, like Andrew, where you see Andrew do. But in performance, in the come talk through the power, in the health system, we don't like it. Because that we are talking about, you know, perform. But in personal life, for them 20, me don't want to see me 28 or 30 bank account. And me don't want to see one of them things where I chat. You know, you understand? So let me start this. Them are was tough on. Them are try to do a thing around him and that bad. That bad. You understand? Because the man 10 times better than Andrew Wallace, 10,000 times better than Andrew Wallace. And them don't know that. Remember, now I'm angling ministry, so, but in personal life, it's not decorated so with them kind of, you know, suspicion where you have to call for Andrew on it. And yeah, I mean, we hear that answer with a poll. So, well, you know, allegation. Remember, all these things where the IC get from the bank, I'm account that in a living thing, I'm account. I'm more. Them have more. Let me start the show.
We in lump sum, we a beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in a them and again. None of them boy doing none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber them.
Not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Make the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold like a bull man. We send us the glamour. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical filter, put up in everything, they load some boy all in a head.
Renegade. I'm going to start the show now. Big Mama try to come up on it now. So, let me just pick up my family them in the chat. My brother feeling up, you know. Direct. See you. Maureen, my sister Spain, up brother. Ivan, yeah, let me see. Paulette, Marvelous, up man. Where's the sister? Paula McLean, man. Family. Alright, yeah, man. Jamotive, Wagwan. Rennie, see you too, you know. Yeah, Farmer Girl. Bless some creative minds. Salute, Mr. G. Nordine. Yeah, man, Wagwan, man. Pamela. John D. Wagwan, man. Yeah, man, up, man. Joan, me see you too, you know. Or I skip to you, you know, Chris. Bless up your man in Sharon. That are somewheres. Bless, man. Say, Tim Rose. Yeah, Garfield. Bless up. All right. So let me get to this now. Yeah? Let me get to this. All right. So the Prime Minister, the first thing, Charles, you know, the moral authority for going to attack some bag of bullshit. We not allow that. We not allow that. The people them get shaft. Yes. See? The people them are Santa Mass get a raw deed from here. We know that because we have the thing with it. So when you come out and I say 18 and a half years, with all these policies, you can't trick nobody boy. Yeah. And your daughter and son them you want to keep in a job. So it please you live like a king. Them shouldn't even do that. So. People them at Santa Mass should have wake up and know say, hey, if so much land gone on me, you are blind. If monitor these land again and put your son and your daughter them in a this like that. It's a dynasty them around. Worth mistake. So we question again the Prime Minister. I know the sister with the declaration man with the can't certify. But are the things around it. And when you have 28 bank book, this is the first time more of them check it out, one man attach to someone's account. Unbelievable. One to the one them when attach and close. That means him did have more. Him know him this can't be a Prime Minister. When you can't see what and tell me about and call people criminal. Like when me a big me all nasty book like I call people criminal. Yeah? Remember play this with the Prime Minister and then I'm going at something. Remember play this with the Prime Minister and then I ask you Charles. I'm big nasty thinking, mama. If you really study about money laundering. Because we have to educate yourself on money laundering too, you know. We have to do that, you know. The next charge, big charge. Yeah? America anyways. Because remember none of them forfeit a lot of people, a lot of juggish things when in Jamaica now, you know, you hear say the FID keys and all kind of things. So we are look out and we have to look for money laundering. So I have to play them there. Yeah, we have to edify ourselves. Okay? But play this first with the Prime Minister. We can play this first with the Prime Minister.
News Tuesday, we told you about Positive Media Solutions Limited, a company linked to Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness and incorporated in October 2020. At the time, the company had 100 shares, 99 of which were held by Imperium, another company associated with Dr. Holness. In 2022, the shares were given to Andrew Matthew Holness, the son.
People, you see that? You see them shares there? Them say Mark Azan have won. And it value $2.8 million. That means the 100 shares over 200. Remember, we don't know about the company. It's not a legal company. You see, like how you have NCB and all these companies, them are, you know, a company people know. Them, you don't know them, you know, unless it come up and dig up like this. We don't even call it legal company. Them have some shell business. This is not a company where you can tell me you go get service from. Them are a shell company. Yeah? All right. Continue.
Son of the Prime Minister. So what is Positive Media and what does the company do? According to the Integrity Commission report, it manages the intellectual property of the Prime Minister's digital domain, such as...
Oh, among the Prime Minister, what if I'm the Prime Minister digital domain? I must the government, because when you're Prime Minister, the thing belongs to you there, so. The Prime Minister digital what? That's why we have jail. It's an thing that them capture certain things and monitor certain things. And then the public can access it. Eh? You hear this? But yes, it run private money to it. Yeah.
As social media accounts. Positive Media rents media equipment, plans and manages events, and provides
Ask him who rent it to. Cannot tell lie on himself.
social media management and communication for clients. Such clients include the Positive Jamaica Foundation, also operated by the Prime Minister,
A Positive Media and people. And then in my own client, Positive Jamaica Foundation, the foundation where I get the money out of. I time client, I film for the same media, my own client now, Positive Foundation. I went Central, St. Andrew, that time seat. Jamaica Labour Party, him at the edge for that. Green Emerald trading. We never even know about this. Eh? Oh, this look. They may have some shell.
West Central St. Andrew Trust, which bears the name of the Prime Minister's constituency, the Jamaica Labour Party, and another company called Green Emerald Trading. Despite having those clients, the Integrity Commission said Positive Media filed a nil tax return for 2021 and 2022.
Yeah, that people nil tax return. Nil. But that millions around to it, hundreds of millions.
That means the entity did not declare any income or expenses for the years stated. However, the management account statement of a Positive Media indicated the company earned over $20 million for the year ending.
So if you earned over 20 million, no, you don't pay tax on it. But more than that, one should it not care what them do, them can't get from these things. All when them try, where I say Road TV, big up percent. No care what them try, right us, we call big up percent. No care them try run this all time, I see it too. Same, yeah man, no care them try spin this, it now work.
2021. In 2021 and 2022, Positive Media also transferred millions to Imperium, close to 67 million Jamaican dollars and almost 42,000 US dollars. The money was described as short.
Look there. Remember them find look on the money I run through them account. Millions people, Positive Medium. This is over 70 million, you know. 70 million that, you know. See? Bacha.
Short-term loans and advances. Now the
You say the money are short-term loan and advances. Who you borrow it from? Who you get the loan from? You can't just get it and just say, hey, it's a short-term loan and advances, and nobody knows nothing to you. But that makes sense. Continue.
The Integrity Commission also pointed out that Green Emerald, a client of Positive Media, lent Positive Media over $20 million between March 2021 and May 2022.
So, you have clients, but are you own the company? Are you a client and you are next 20 million? March 21 and 2022, 20 million. But you say you have this way you are on. And you have client, but you're a client. You name that as a client again. When them see the money, you never name it as a client first, you know. When them see the money, you say it's a client. And them just send him the money.
Positive Media paid back the money to Green Emerald by transferring money from Imperium. Another interesting tax development, Green Emerald also filed a nil tax return for 2021, and for its 2022 tax returns, it declared income of over $355,000. Based on its preliminary assessment, the Integrity Commission says the tax returns filed by Green Emerald do not demonstrate that the company has sufficient income to provide over $20 million in loans at the time. It also raises serious concerns about tax compliance. However, the Integrity Commission admits a company may be in a position to offer loans, though operating at a loss.
So you would say, but it's not a loan company. But them lend you a loan, you have a client and them lend you 20 million loan to backside. Yes, still I own this. I still and I'm have the company there, you know. Yeah.
Based on the findings, the Integrity Commission reiterated the need for the Financial Investigations Division and the Tax Administration Jamaica to probe the matter and find out if the companies are operating within the law. That's because there are questions about the income-generating capacity of the companies based on the money identified in their accounts. Andrea Chisholm.
All right. So we want to know what is money laundering. Can we see the bank account? I wish some pattern and alternative. So me want to know that. So me have to complete money laundering. I will look through this. Yeah, you can't get it from this. We could look at some money laundering now. So we have to educate yourself, edify yourself with money laundering. You have to do this. See, we have to tell them, you're there. Up, show me, see you. Dana, up, man. See? Yes. So we could educate yourself with money laundering and don't fool yourself. Fear? Nah, fool yourself. All right, come. Follow.
As one of the most notorious gangsters in history, Al Capone presided over a vast and profitable empire of organized crime. But when he was finally put on trial, the most he could be convicted of was tax evasion. The nearly $100 million a year, that's 1.4 billion in today's currency, that Capone had earned from illegal gambling, bootlegging, brothels, and extortion would have served as evidence of his crimes. But the money was nowhere to be found. Capone and his associates had hidden it through investments in various businesses whose ultimate ownership couldn't be proven, like cash-only laundromats. In fact, those laundromats are part of the reason for the name of this activity, money laundering.
Say, yeah, then get the name too. We have to take note, but we could show money laundering operate.
Money laundering came to be the term for any process that cleans illegally obtained funds of their dirty criminal origins, allowing them to be used within the legal economy. But Capone wasn't the first to launder money. In fact, this practice is about as old as money itself. Merchants hid their riches from tax collectors, and pirates sought to sell their bounty without drawing attention to how they got it. With the recent arrival of virtual currencies, offshore banking, the dark net, and global markets, schemes have become much more complex. Although modern money laundering methods vary greatly, most share three basic steps: placement, layering, and integration. Placement is where illegally obtained money is converted into assets that seem legitimate. That's often done by depositing funds into a bank account registered to an anonymous corporation or a professional middleman. This step is where criminals are often most vulnerable to detection, since they introduce massive wealth into the financial system seemingly out of nowhere. The second step, layering, involves using multiple transactions to further distance the funds from their origin. This can take the form of transfers between multiple accounts or the purchase of tradable property like expensive cars, artwork, and real estate. Casinos, where large sums of money change hands every second, are also popular venues for layering. A money launderer may have their gambling balance made available at a casino chain's locations in other countries or work with employees to rig games. The last step, integration, allows clean money to re-enter the mainstream economy and to benefit the original criminal. They might invest it into a legal business, claim payment by producing fake invoices, or even start a bogus charity, placing themselves on the board of directors with an exorbitant...
Yeah, there's some board of director with some charity and some sitting and some company and everything, some shell company and all kind of things. So these things are we take down. Factual thing. Me still a question the 28 bank account. I know the money move. Me a question it. We don't question it to Andrew, we a question it. Continue.
Exorbitant salary. Money laundering itself wasn't officially recognized as a federal crime in the United States until 1986. Before that point, the government needed to prosecute a related crime, like tax evasion. From 1986 on, they could confiscate wealth simply by demonstrating that concealment had occurred, which had a positive effect on prosecuting major criminal operations like drug traffickers. However, the legal shift has raised concerns involving privacy and government surveillance. Today, the United Nations, national governments, and various non-profits fight against money laundering. Yet the practice continues to play a major role in global crime. And the most high-profile instances of money laundering have involved not just private individuals, but but major financial institutions and government officials. No one knows for sure the total amount of money that's laundered on a yearly basis, but some organizations estimate it to be in the hundreds of billions of dollars.
All right, so people, we're not going here, so no tabloid and going here, so we have to edify ourselves, you know. We have to edify ourselves. We don't have foolishness with them, you know. So we are looking on the money laundering thing, right? Let me continue with this now.
Chasing dirty money for more than 30 years. Studying kleptocrats all over the world, distinct patterns emerge.
Listen to the pattern.
I've been tracing dirty money for more than 30 years. Studying kleptocrats all over the world, distinct patterns emerge. The thing about kleptocrats is that the moves and tricks they like to use each contain the seeds of their own destruction. They can get caught at every stage. And those patterns are the basis of our new game, Kleptocrat, How to Hide Dirty Money. In virtually every case, corrupt people took 6 separate steps to conceal their assets. Take the money under the table, create a financial structure to hide it, move the money into the structure, network with family members to run the operation, cover up their tracks, and last, since it's no fun for the money to sit gathering dust, take the money out and enjoy it. I know nothing about Paul Manafort or the allegations in the indictment against him. I read the Manafort indictment, and lo and behold, the allegations match the 6-step pattern. It says Manafort allegedly took $18 million secretly from Ukraine. That's step 1. Step 2. Manafort allegedly created a blizzard of offshore companies with names like Blatilla. They're on tiny islands I bet most people couldn't even find on a map.
So hold on. Oh, any similarity? No, they're not similar. They're not similarity with Andrew Wallace. No offshore company, no like Admata, not like that, you know. I know 28 account. I know money I move from account to account and in a big lump sum, and you know, and not like that, right? Not like this. And no family member bank account attached and other friend like in your constituency where bank account attached to a kind of people and all. Yes. Not like that. So we want to know where I deal with. We just like edify ourselves with money laundering. Yeah? And we want, you know, we want to so it move out and wash it, you know? Not want to, not like that. You know, you have no bank account with no associate or nothing. The company them out there like some company, like a real company. Like you can go in at some bank and some, you know, business. More and more. You know, I don't know like that. Eh? And you're up on board, right? Yes. All right. I'm continue to play this. Come here, listen, you know, how it works, you know? Yes, I'm listen. I'm play back a part of this too. I'm play back a part of this. Come here, listen how it works.
Network with family members to run the operation.
Family members and things, network with them. Oh, so honest, all right. Me now want to come here watch this. You transfer something to your son, right? You give them to your son, then it start down. So then, you know, your mother and father bank account, and then and then you move money around the night and okay. All right. Me just look for money laundering, and you move 400 million between 3 companies. And the company this over what going on today. You know? All right. You know, tax invasion, because you know your company to pay the tax. We never even know about the company anyway, but remember go and play this.
Cover up their tracks, and last, since it's no fun for the money to sit gathering dust, take the money out and enjoy it. I know nothing about Paul Manafort or the allegations in the indictment against him. I read the Manafort indictment, and lo and behold, the allegations match the 6-step pattern. It says Manafort allegedly took $18 million secretly from Ukraine. That's step 1. Step 2. Manafort allegedly created a blizzard of offshore companies with names like Blatilla. They're on tiny islands I bet most people couldn't even find on a map. Then step 3. He allegedly started moving the money around. 6 separate companies on the island of Cyprus sent more than $5 million to a home improvement firm in the Hamptons. Step 4. Manafort allegedly enlisted some of his relatives to help. The indictment says he got his daughter and son-in-law to pretend to live in the real estate he was buying. Step 5 is covering up your secret money. Manafort allegedly lied to his accountants and to the federal agents about the funds. he used multiple passports, and he, quote, developed a false and misleading cover story, unquote.
Okay.
Lastly, Manafort allegedly brought the money out to play. The indictment says he, quote, used his hidden overseas wealth to enjoy a lavish lifestyle in the United States. I guess sometimes a game can help you understand the news.
All right, so I think Manafort gone because them didn't move this before, but I think he gone. Yeah, and I'm talking to some other people. So love it lifestyle. So you got to say a politician that's right, and then me say a big house. Me no know upon the flat up on the hill, and the wall around it is a fortress. And if you ask about the money we build it, you say you're a bad man, and all kind of things. To Prime Minister, I am just saying anything and say them work hard. And you can't question it? I don't think so. The field we have a question. If I could go and edify ourselves about money laundering little more, and then we ripping at them 2 pieces of nasty mistake. Yeah, money laundering. So we could continue with that money laundering thing. Yeah? That my question this. I want to listen this good too, you know. Listen this good. Hear this.
Hello. How are you? Hello.
Cyphism and Chow.
Mother for him did amongst, I think, Trump, I think. And this is the next politician. More here a politician of Bangladesh. Or I'm rich. If him do this, can you imagine the Prime Minister? Eh? Can you imagine the man? Yeah. Look on this.
Hello. How are you? Hello.
Cyphism Chowdhury is the former Minister of Land for Bangladesh, who owns 360 luxury homes in the UK.
How much people and a little bit of money? The man have 360 luxury home in the UK. And then keep them company running now. Yes. 360 luxury home. And them have extra amount in New York and all over the place. So them never pick up this and them not report it. You hear this? Them go undercover. That I say respect them journalists here. Yeah? Investigative journalism. Just listen to my way, man. Yeah? You ever watch them politicians, yeah? Yeah.
Hello. How are you? Hello.
Cyphism Chowdhury is the former Minister of Land for Bangladesh, who owns 360 luxury homes in the UK.
How many floors in total? Okay, 5 floors.
This is our cell. Come here.
Oh.
This is my new rules.
Oh, wow.
He met our undercover reporters, who posed as investors.
How many properties you have in London?
I have a good business here. I have a good portfolio. And I also have a portfolio in Dubai. I have a property in Singapore, Malaysia. I have a property in New York, Manhattan.
He owns 9 luxury apartments in New York, and he's the listed owner of another 54 in Dubai.
54 and 9 luxury apartments in New York. You put in your vote for a guy. And this is what him do. Nobody report it. Them people are dangerous. And you, I don't want to say to a guy. For him, name calling a corruption like this, don't back him. Don't back him.
The politician is a close ally of the now deposed Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina.
She's my boss. She knows I have a business here.
London estate agent Ripple Mahmood helps the minister.
No, actually, he got 20 million stock. New York, San Francisco. But Dubai, he got 195. So 195 million. He invested in Dubai, real estate. London got about 300 plus million.
But the politician failed to declare these assets to the Bangladeshi authorities.
Yes, a politician, MP or MP candidate must declare their global asset position. So the income or asset they have in the country and abroad.
Chowdhury, whose family owns a bank in Bangladesh, boasted about his expensive tastes.
What shoes are there?
Ostrich and croc, baby croc, belly croc, half. Full belly croc is 6,000 pounds. So half belly croc with calf skin, 3,000 pounds. Very nice. 4 months.
Bangladesh's Anti-Corruption Commission is now investigating allegations he laundered millions of dollars in the UK. Chowdhury says the investigation is a political witch hunt
and that his money comes from legitimate businesses outside Bangladesh.
You there, Bangladesh? Nah, nothing. But Bill said that in a Britain, you have over 300 and odd luxury apartment. And when them talk to you about a political witch hunt, you have a next 50 odd luxury apartment in a Dubai, and how much in a New York, in a money to the book bad. Be laundering. You have to be careful of them politicians. Yeah, and I like them coming legitimate. Them have legit business. Where you know, so them have this and them have that and them own this. You don't know, say them own certain things at a time. And then who come out with 28 bank accounts? Or people do money laundering. And nobody not talk about that to them because you see two them go and put party. I mean, for them, them make for them food too, you know. Them try to bury something and go on like it's a party thing because enough of them are not clean. We not work out for that. You can't say you want to clean up a place and talk about criminality. You can't pass them thing here. A country now go better. You understand? It can't better. I miss this.
Missouri Congressman Henry Cuellar and his wife leaving a Houston courthouse today. The two were indicted on numerous counts and made their first appearance. Cuellar and his wife are charged with conspiracy, bribery, money laundering, and acting as an agent of a foreign principal. KENS 5's Jeremy Baker has been following the story and joins us in studio with more. Jeremy.
Audrey, both Cuellar, who is 68, and his wife Imelda, who is 67, both were charged with participating in two schemes involving bribery, unlawful foreign influence, and money laundering. The congressman and his wife made their initial court appearance today in Houston. According to court documents, this all started in December of 2014 and lasted through at least November 2021. Congressman Cuellar and his wife allegedly accepted nearly $600,000 in bribes from a foreign oil and gas company owned and controlled by the government of Azerbaijan and a bank which is headquartered in Mexico City. In exchange, it's alleged Cuellar agreed to use his position to influence U.S. foreign policy in favor of Azerbaijan and allegedly agreed to influence legislative activity and to pressure high-ranking U.S. executive branch officials regarding measures beneficial to the bank in Mexico. In 2022, the FBI raided the congressman's house and campaign office in Laredo as part of the investigation. Here's what Cuellar said this afternoon to our sister station in Houston, just outside the courthouse.
I want to make it clear that my wife, Imelda, and I are innocent of these allegations. You know, before we took any steps, I sought legal advice. We want to make sure that people understand that we are innocent of the allegations. One more thing, I'm running for re-election and I will win this November again.
His Republican challengers are in a runoff and have both said this is an example of corruption in politics. Congressman Cuellar and his wife Imelda are each facing several charges, including money laundering, conspiracy to commit bribery of a federal official, and to have a public official act as an agent of a foreign principal. If convicted on all counts, they each face more than 200 years in prison. Jeremy.
I like that part there, you know. For 200 years in prison there. I like it. It can't be get a youth alone and go to prison and them things. The winner and I foolishness. Because here one more they WhatsApp go to them with them fake poll and them thing there. So me get one more money laundering. We have to edify ourselves. So then we notice them never not ask the Prime Minister these things, but we just watch the pattern and we match up some pattern and we want to ask some question, you know. Yeah. Them can't trick us around, you know. Because question that if you ask and nobody not come out and tell me nothing, you know. See that?
Given up your law-abiding lifestyle to pursue a life of crime. You've just made your first big score, perhaps from selling drugs, taking a bribe, or other corrupt acts. You can't just spend it or deposit it in your bank account without attracting attention from authorities. That pesky money trail might serve as evidence of the crime you committed, so you need to get that dirty money clean. There are 3 steps to any money laundering scheme. First up, placement, where funds are moved from direct association with the crime. Then, layering, or disguising the money trail to foil any authorities. And finally, integration, where the funds are once again available to spend without worry of being caught. So, what are your options? One option is forming a shell company. It's fairly easy, and there are plenty of law firms who can help. It should take them only a bit longer than signing up for a new email address. Launderers may turn to historic tax havens like Switzerland, or places where you can set up anonymous shell companies like the Cayman Islands or the US states of Delaware and Nevada. Once a shell company is set up, make up some fake transactions for goods or services that you pay for with your dirty money. Suddenly, that dirty money looks legitimate. It also helps to find people in banking who don't care if you're a shady client. After the fall of the Soviet Union,
find people in a bank when I'm scared if it's dirty. And then you make up some little things, eh? So this, always, well, watch some pattern in your banking and everything. I'm going to play back here again.
Association with the crime, then layering, or disguising the money trail to foil any authorities, and finally integration, where the funds are once again available to spend without worry of being caught. So, what are your options? One option is forming a shell company. It's fairly easy, and there are plenty of law firms who can help. It should take them only a bit longer than signing up for a new email address. Launderers may turn to historic tax havens like Switzerland, or places where you can set up anonymous shell companies like the Cayman Islands or the US states of Delaware and Nevada. Once a shell company is set up, make up some fake transactions for goods or services that you pay for with your dirty money. Suddenly, that dirty money looks legitimate. It also helps to find people in banking who don't care if you're a shady client. After the fall of the Soviet Union, launderers sought out weak spots throughout Europe where oversight was poor. Billions have been funneled through banks in Cyprus, Malta, and the Baltic nations of Estonia and Latvia. If you prefer to use the stock market, you can try a technique called mirror trading. In this method, you use your money to purchase shares, and then you sell shares worth the same amount somewhere abroad. The trades functionally cancel each other out.
Trade, you know, I'm not trade them thing up. Only, you know, do not like them thing at all. Them trading and nothing at all, and you know, but alright. Remember, continue go on this.
But you've successfully turned your rubles into clean euros. A similar method is a back-to-back deal, where, say, a Russian takes out a loan in one country, say Austria, that's guaranteed by a...
Honest, you know, do not loan neither like a 50 million loan or any other loan where you say to court and nothing like that, right? Nothing, right? Continue.
Deposit of dirty money back home in Russia. She then defaults on the loan, the bank in Austria seizes the Russian deposit, but she still ends up with the proceeds of the loan. No strings attached. Or maybe you like to visit casinos. Another method of money laundering is mixing dirty money in with clean. Cash businesses like restaurants and casinos are particularly attractive to launderers. A common scheme is to buy a bunch of casino chips, make a few small wagers, then cash everything else out as winnings. Or finally, there's smurfing, though you won't need anything blue to get your green. With this one, you hire a bunch of associates called smurfs to individually deposit small chunks of the large haul you're trying to cleanse in different...
So the 4.6 million they own it, so they put in their account, but we don't know 80 transaction. Yeah, we can ask if a Smurf bank it in there. We don't know, cause you know, you say it's a payback, but me just ask, it's a question. Though we can't ask the question, don't. The 4.5, just one it have a 4.6 million, but 80 transaction. We look on the list. But it now have no signature, it not show who. But him say the man when name Brown reimbursing. And a Smurf bank it at the cash machine. Smurf in, me don't know. We just ask the question though. Yes, yes. Well, edify ourselves enough to this, you know. Continue.
Different accounts in different places. Beware. U.S. banks are required to report any transaction over $10,000, so you might need to find a lot of Smurfs. So you can see, there's lots of ways to launder money. Unfortunately for you, there's no guarantee that you won't get caught.
Well, Angel, yeah, right, them say no guarantee say you won't get caught. That's why I don't believe in the Prime Minister have no business, no banker, nobody around him at about 4 and 5 plan. Remember look on Singapore. We just go down in this, you know, because our thing, you know, around here, so we don't do tabloid, but I will keep it real around here, you know. And we do some real show around here, so, you know, to edify the people then. Because we have to do that, you know, we have to do it, Angel. No other way for them understand, and we understand the 28 bank account. Nobody not asks about the money, you know, nobody asks about it. We understand the pattern of how them bank it too. Because we're looking at everything, you know. When we look on this and never go to the other part, no, what am I doing? We have to understand one of them things of people. We have to edify ourselves. You know? A lot of things, you know. How money laundering work and all kind of things. We have to do that. We just hear talk about nothing we never see it yet. We never, first, maybe somebody with 28 bank account. First. I want to know how much more close before that. Yeah? Because we not see Gavin bank account them where man him did have. Unless them do it somewhere in a Wawa, but you know, yes. See, we not some of the bank account, but some of them closed down. Let me see Singapore or something here. But I do Singapore thing. I mean, I feel the Prime Minister should have mixed up with them business people there in Jamaica, you know. Because it doesn't make no sense to put the thing from blind trust, but yeah, mix up with them as mix up that. At them own the bank, at them own that, all of these things, and then your money you can draw, you can put in 120 million one time. You draw 150 million, and the money they disappear when I question it. Out of the three company, 100 million bank, 100 million, and then this, even in NCB, and you know, leeching at 4 and 5. In a NCB from SSL, a bank account open, a US bank account open. It opened for 10 days before money going out. 10, because the 17th, it opened on the 27th, money going out. How much? 143,000 US. I'm not seeing a way where you invest some money in a SSL, but we see you get money from SSL. But we see the government put some of the agents them in a SSL. Now, these are the things that we not even asked yet. You understand? Yes. So I'm look on, let me hear this. Why I say this? Look at this. It keeps you out of trouble. Hear this.
Long time. That if you want to, in a sense, eliminate corruption in a society, and we all want to eliminate corruption in a society, the most effective way to do it is to make sure you don't punish people at the bottom, you punish people at the top. I'll tell you one story. In the 1960s, when Singapore was a very poor country then, our per capita income was 500. A government minister was invited by a businessman to go on holiday. Just on holiday. No bride. He and his family went on holiday with a businessman. He came back, he was arrested, charged, went to jail. After that, no more corruption. Because it's a very powerful signal that is sent when you go after someone at the top. So Singapore's experience, and it's actually quite remarkable how you have almost zero corruption in Singapore, is because we decided that the example must come from the top.
Yes. So as a businessman, by go on holiday with one of the politicians, them say never corruption, no bribe, never let stay, but what we say them a prison. We see owners and leeching their Israel. And you carry in a 4 and 5 plan when you have the bank and the whole thing for look out. Now, when you carry a man like Chin, leeching, remember, I like you put something there, you give him big, but put him in your portfolio. Figure on this. You might have the banking, but figure run a country, you never run a country yet. In the bank, in 3,000 acre land, we must have him a plant, never seen plant yet, neither. See? Not a wise thing, not because him having money, you know, and put him in something, but you know, say him have no, you know, him have no expertise around this. See? But this and the message carry Adam's throat and say him this and that. So when you do your lock up and do one of them business people, then you have to mix for your see. Because money around through bank, you have Grace Kennedy guy with him too. You know? Remember them have a bank name, Grace Kennedy. See? And then I one with them have Berita, one of them, Berita. They might give him Anna next month. They might give him Anna, you know. The one must be Berita. One of them, they might get Anna next month, you know. They might get a award. Yes, they might get one of them Jamaica Anna there for next month. Okay? So you will lock off the man them with the bank. If you talk about Singapore, you talk about money. When you lock off with them business people, what you expect? Who can open an account with 0 cent in a Jamaica? Remember, you know, you can't break no rule and bend no rule. The account more look like it's a corrupted. That alone a corrupted, I could have sent you a prison at them place. Even in America, you think you could have a bank rule and then you bend it because the politician? him, especially the Prime Minister, make anything gone. Some do so much things for dirty, and then you have a blue whale now, firm whale, a rush, tough time. No, we don't agree with tough time when the health system. But me not see nowhere the 28 account and the kind of thing them when me see there so with honest and tough time. Honest, tough time more better than honest. In the marketing now run import for that me call it PR. But them thing where you will see with see them thing and tough time name come up and all of them thing the big house. Your bad man. FSL. Me not get tough time name in that neither. When you not see the pattern of the Prime Minister. You don't tell him can't do it no more. Or if you have a Prime Minister like this, when you talk your bad mind, then him lie back. Live in a one room, in great granny, then 2 room, then you go on. Then you have big nasty mama now come out and say you have defender. Because I pay a bill. Self-centered. Tough time better than him. But they never pick somebody more cleaner than this. And I like them now far. But you think, remember the country I represent another party, You have to put somebody cleaner than this to represent the country, man. You can't put this here stand about represent the country. Your wife a build something. Wife too, That's what's the baggage. 800 million to set the fiat thing. And question these things. If you just allow them, and by the and I like him dead and make Jamaica better. It's worse, it's worse. You road them when himself fix people out for John out of St. Thomas and everywhere else. Come and tell you a long time, say I drive river bed. Now this come down on our seat front of on face. Him tell the lie say the road. And them great road with all kind of things. When I'm saying it, what kind of technology? All kind of things under the road, and you see me like creatively play it myself. But people out for John right now on the road. That's like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, people out for John. And this year up as a Prime Minister. And them are back him. Anybody back him, man. Hey, them for go through, See? Yes. So, between me, I business with them, but you can't, me not compare tough time with him. Tough time, enough time better. Can't remember, you run something, I say, hey, put money in this. You can't fix something and all, you can't fix it and give me excuse. But different from that, you just put him to the tough time and solution of them better. Me not lie. Tough time better as the two honest. Yeah? And then sit down with him, they say, it's bad. It's bad. You have the words and you want to PR and say I'm the best. And you want to compare with tough time. That don't make no sense to me. See? Because if you have a Prime Minister of Jamaica, that's a Prime Minister of a party. And you can't put out the words. And say, you should think. See? Him shouldn't run them business, man. That's why I hear them pick up all down there and the whole of them go run him. Shouldn't run them, no. I don't think so. That's why Grace Kennedy I get the whole of them, sweetheart deal. Because sweetheart deal, Grace Kennedy I get, Grace Kennedy get 500 million in a waiver. Same how him come out and say, shall waiver 40 million, 500 million, and then continue to get sweetheart deal. The whole of them get sweetheart deal. So them not mind him dead so. Keep Duncan another one of them pay sweetheart deal for them thing get with him. So you turn a blind eye, you make him survive because the man go be good. Them people are our slave them, People like this, they don't want them to come down upon the wicked. And let go the people, them free them up. That's why them do it. You understand me? You see them hug up somebody, they must say, yeah, anything what we tell him to do, our boy this. Yes. You understand? Make him do what he might do. Can't. See? I'm going to play one more thing. I'm going to play one more thing I think and then we're going to Charles thing,
Dead serious when I said on the eve of National Day, get our ablest and our best into politics. One key requirement is let's avoid hypocrisy and let's do this thing honestly, approximate the market rate. Try and get a government on the cheap, you end up with a cheap government and you'll be sorry for yourselves. First job of a government is to equalize opportunities, right? Not equalize results. You
have a Prime Minister and you only said no. Equal results. I said, and just tell you something, no opportunity there, not all of it. Don't make him trickle and can't trick about it. Can't
equalize results, you're done for. You end up with what Deng Xiaoping calls the iron rice bowl. Nobody works, everybody does his minimum, very little rice in the bowl. What made the difference in Singapore was that a group of men in 1963, 64, 65, when we were in Malaysia, we decided that we are going to live only one life. If we have to die, we will die for a cause. That made Singapore possible. We couldn't be placated and settle for less. To settle personally for a way out for yourself was easy. You vote in jokers, cranks, weak men, charlatans with some gift of the gab. You run a very serious risk of losing everything you have. Your future really depends on what you make of it. The government can give you that framework, can give expression to the will of a people, but the people must have their will. If you don't have it, there's nothing a government can do.
You hear that? Nothing a government can do if you have your own will. You see? That's serious. So I'm going to look on this now. Yes. Remember we just took on money laundering, you know. Keep it in mind, and then we're going to read back the thing with Andrew Honest. Don't make nobody come trick with them. Not talk about this. Big Mama never even come up. I bet if that was Mark Golden thing, you'd hear my read to it. Blah, 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 for resign. Blah, 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 blah. Me not ask. The other day, my card for resign, I said, hey, you have dual. A Jamaican, I tell that, you know. But him have drunk out October in London. He must say, yes, best things sliced bread. And I make why you shit chop. So I'm not straight. He not talk straight. You have to talk straight. See, remember you talk to people in Jamaica, you know, talk straight to the people. Stop going to the people then. So I could sure about Dan Anderson. When this come out the other day, Dan Anderson come with this. So Big Mama run out to try counteract. When I make no sense. See? So Dan Anderson did come out with this. So I could see Dan Anderson thing. Dan Anderson come out with this.
Readiness, and I think right now what is taking place is not going to.
Much has been said since the tabling of the Integrity Commission report last week. Pollster Don Anderson notes that the details may not change the minds of Jamaica Labour Party supporters, but more People's National Party supporters may be driven to vote in the next election.
So I'm going in the field, and because I tell us that they're going to come out and vote. And that change the mind enough for them, but him just say it, you know.
You may find that die-hard supporters of the Jamaica Labour Party, it might mean much to them in terms of a shift, okay? What might very well happen, though, because the optics are very important, is that you may very well find supporters of the People's National Party who were undecided about what they were doing and who were sitting on the fence or kind of apathetic. They may very well come out in greater numbers.
He's of the view that the outcome of the IC report will have an impact on the Prime Minister's future.
Because so far all that has been said are largely allegations and claims about what has taken place. If it gets to the next step and clearly, you know, the Prime Minister's name is cleared without a shadow of a doubt, then again it might, you know, have another effect of pulling back. But a lot depends, therefore, on, I think, the next steps and how far the next steps are allowed to go, because we know that there are attempts to not have it aired much more, you know, as you mentioned, the legal challenges which are being presented right now.
Mr. Anderson further notes that the controversy surrounding the report, among other issues being played out in the public domain in recent weeks, are already showing that Jamaicans are election ready. He says these could lead to a higher voter turnout in the next general election.
More and more people are now accepting that elections are likely to take place before September next year. Of course, it doesn't have to, but they are kind of in a state of readiness. And I think right now what is taking place is not going to depress, but actually increase the degree of interest that there is in voting next time. And we hope we're actually in the field this week.
So when him attack himself actually in the field this week. So you see him post, so make sure going in the street. So I read it and I tell you what them when them say about them are going to the field. So should them put up this, we have some mega, we have some better. 50%. Then should them put up this now, Big Mama come out with a fake poll. I mean, I make you hear the fake poll. I make you hear it. So should I tell you, but more people are come out and vote. Them not going to take and doing for money. And you can hear Big Mama contradict himself in a one statement. Can't you?
And one of the things that we will be looking at is the likely voter turnout. I anticipate that there will be a higher intention. Whether this pans out in the reality is another thing, but that there is a greater interest now in voting than there was in the February election and in the last general election.
Yeah, because people want to get rid of Andrew. So they might come out. Uncle where Andrew could have been an election and let's say fine, let's say the PMP them stay home. Them now wait. And you have enough people who vote JLP, them will not vote JLP. I will not ask him about them. Him more damage to the party, him carry on the party more than anything else right now. Simple, you know? Simple. All right, let's see where them come with now. So them come with that. So Big Mama now run out and say him do a poll after this, you know. Them do a poll. You hear what them say the people them concerned about. Yes, still you listen them poll, but them say them fine. Just listen this. And who me I talk about Big Mama. Now play something with Charles I want to dissect him too. Because him's the next one too, you know. Where, you know, put up theme to them about my place. So I play this. I play this a mouthpiece thing right now. Yeah? Hear this.
Total Tools. They almost always have it.
A small majority of Jamaicans believe the Holness government deserves a third term in office.
So, you know what them say? A small majority. So, if you have 100% of thing, why they use a word and then one of them use a small? So, you know them sit down and him name something in that book. So, you know, I'm marking a brother this. Yeah? Them use the word a small for them listen. But it make no sense neither. So, you know them just sit down, build up this, make it up, and then push it out. And think it's up to, no, we're going to play it. I'm going to show you the mistake what they make. Just listen to the percentage and wait. It's coming like Granny Subaru. Here when one says something and one says something and they look right through it. Hear this.
The sentiment is being driven by older voters, women, and young people.
Hear it, sir? Older voters. Remember, old people talk to me straight, you know. Women, we are courts Andrew more than anything else. And young people, when you're in Andrew, none at all. So when them are wild up them base, and them are say this now for people here and spend time. Yes, the people them. So people are here. Look, just tell me something now. You are hear something come out with honest. The last part of August and then the table. And you will see this and you say, yes, I vote for him. Can you never vote for him before, you know? But you say, yes, I vote for him now. Woman them come out and who are driven this, them say them do a poll. You will see how much thousand strong. Oh, the PMP thing come down, we will come down back to back. Remember, voters, them they come out and they can be able to you see what they say. A voters, they see what they. And you say you talk to 1,200 people. Well, we have so much thousand every day, we can just poll straight. Remember, poll is a snapshot in time, right? Them do this, but up here, them get pay and do them thing, you know. And then you run out and say, woman, young people, when they're not, them are not your brother. Woman, stop tell life and not tell life and old people neither. Remember him say old people, you know, so you know when though him go get an old woman now. Some claim says an old woman. We call which 93. And she's afraid of the PMP. Remember, you know. You look on the statistic. Honest. I know the highest Porsche watch murder rate and all is 1,208. Honest, not honest, lowest, not time higher than that. The lowest, you know. The lowest, 1,280, 1,000, I must say 80 something, 87. 1,287, not 1,280, you know. Yes, I always say 1,005. In the 1,500, 1,400, 1,300, 1,600. Him up there. The third highest murder rate upon on this watch, 2017. The statistic is there. Murder statistic there. The highest in the history of Jamaica upon Blue Skull and watch. Only was part of that, 2009. Second highest, 2005. Where they go, but everything else low. Yeah. Before that, the bloodiest year was 1980 when Chiago and the Aluk power, and then with the CIA and the what are they 800 and other. But no, you know, not like that, but we still 1,000 enough for them. Nearly 2 times that. I get murdered right now, and then watch. And you make an old man, and let me tell you something with the old man. Can I play this? So Jim say all people, he make sure look at food. But hey, Big Mama, oh you know I'm not saying so Big Mama. Well, anything what I'm saying, then him act it out, Him act it out. I'm gonna tell him something about the old woman. I'm gonna show my old woman. She not say she afraid of you, Anjo. She not say she afraid of you. She tell you the wickedest. She had 99 at the time. Now, I think last year she over 100 now. She not dead. But the old woman were 93. I tell you to old people in a fear, you make the old woman call. Can't claim say the woman at 93. Him set up that and say she afraid. Me never listen apart the neither. But when listen and say him make old woman call. Me can't show you old woman. See how Anjo. She say you're the wickedest thing. Not my say. I'm gonna finish play this. But hear this.
Mama 99-year-old. So 100. 99-year-old. Mama, tell me your date of birth.
Me born the 11th of April 1923.
Alright. Mama 99-year-old.
Yes.
Mama, I want to ask you a question. What the worst prime minister you know from politician time?
Andrew Hornis, man. Andrew Hornis. Andrew Hornis.
Say it again, man, because them probably not here.
Andrew Hornis is the worst one. Yes. Him to come out long, they should have shoot him down in the crowd. And no gun, no one can tell her who do it.
Yes.
We have an old woman, Anjo. When you are 100, I say, if you go on, this is a goddamn disgrace. When Big Mama come with Big Mama, you put somebody on the phone, it could have been somebody at party. See the woman in front of you. She said, you're the worst thing, Anjo. I remember 1938, this time, she born before that. She born before that. Yeah, Big Mama. So when you run with that and put up that now, where you put up? She a woman, yeah. She'll be 101 now, if she's still alive. She said it's up na last before her birthday. And she had 99. The woman I tell you say you're the worst thing. She not say she's afraid of that. Because if you reach 93 and say you're afraid, that means a make-up thing, because when you're at 93, you will dead. Anybody can dead any time. But you get a little age, you don't know if you're going 94, if you're going 93 and 2 there, what have you. You never to your grave more than anything else. You can't escape that. 93. So, oh, you're afraid, but in American time when them come in, when you're like 41 and 72, you're never afraid. But you're afraid now, when you're 93, when you're old for God dead, natural cause. That makes sense to other people. Which man you call and say you're afraid when you know that death you look pan, you're so dead. I said, I'm afraid. If the PMP come in because gunman are going to kill me, when you're dead near to your grave, ma'am. I said, your grave, you sleep. So this is how Big Mama death spirit and him not think. Yeah? This, let me show, me like show, Satan sound powerful than sound alone. Yeah? This lady, I tell you her age, 23, she'll be 101 now. This is what last when she said, she'll tell you, say, Andrew, you're the worst sitting. She not say she's afraid. Andrew, your watch, when you watch, remember, you know, you have the third highest murder rate. You never beat Portia right there. Eh? Who told them I'll be nearly 100 and talk about she afraid? Our Big Mama not in a sense, you know. If they ever come with a 16-year-old, I say, boy, I'm scared, you know, because when we go out on the street, somebody 99 call you. 93. She 101, no, this is a 99, which is 99. I tell you, you're the worst. And you know all of them. Okay, you're born 23, 38, you're 15. And she go through the whole of this. Eh? And she tell you. So me not listen to she. Play it back.
Mama 99-year-old. So 100. 99-year-old. Mama, tell me your date of birth.
Me born the 11th of April 1923.
Alright. Mama 99-year-old.
Yes.
Mama, I want to ask you a question. What the worst prime minister you know from politician time?
Andrew Hornis, man. Andrew Hornis. Andrew Hornis.
Say it again, man, because them probably not here.
Yeah. Big Mama ain't ashamed. So what them do now, them two, Dan and this come talk. Them run say them do poll. Do that poll. Yeah. Yes. See? So Andrew Onis, you're the worst. You're that poll now, but I could dissect them look at the thinking poll now. Hear this.
But can it hold? Public commentators Dr. Nadine Spence, Deacon Peter Espute, and social media commentator Suel Anglin will join us.
In Public Opinion at 6:26, we ask your reaction to 44% of Jamaicans saying the country is going in the wrong direction. Give us your comments by logging on to our Facebook page, Nationwide.
Yeah, them so we're not, free promotion, so we're on that.
Us at Nationwide Radio 5693 or leave your comments on Instagram at
6:40. We continue our assessment of the latest nationwide Blue Dot poll findings. Crime, corruption, and the cost of living are top concerns for Jamaicans. Public commentators Jeremy.
So what top concern? So why somebody that say get 3 crime wawa? The top concern? But some people tell you say, oh, go on back, Andrew. If them are top concern, there is crime, But Big Mama carry a 93-year-old woman says she afraid if the PMP come in. When the PMP have a lower crime rate, and that for them watch than anyone of the JLP administration. Them dangerous. Eh? Take me dangerous, don't it? It didn't make you up the statistics shown. And we can't afford to make nasty mama and the one of them come and spin up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Keep it real.
In Barrett, Clyde Williams, and Kevin
These and more as
singing them. If them ever run off of motor, it favor a perfect drunker, a black queen drunker. Yes, when both Clyde Williams, yes. Run off and attack one bag of bullshit. That's for go, man. All right, watch out.
we take you home on air on TFM, JM. and the App Store 2024.
So I bring this to you now. Yeah. Yeah. You're the clean drunker, man. Yeah, man.
The nationwide.
It is okay.
Now to the details.
So why you taking them because thing now? I want to hear the percentage and they want to hear what Big Mama say. Listen here.
The nationwide Blue Dot polls.
See the thing, yeah? Yeah. They're fooling now. Look here.
Powered by Total Tools. Total Tools. They almost always have it.
A small majority of Jamaicans, nearly 52%.
So would I write something now where if you have 100% of something, either 50%, that'll be and anything 51, 52, you know, say a small majority. So then you use the thing a small majority, and then you hear when Big Mama repeat it, which you will say a small majority is a 52%, and if the poll can now Andrew win. Nobody not argue with you, no. We're not going like we don't want to wild up a base on somebody. But wait till I do it, that make more PMP come vote. You don't have no sense. Andrew, and I didn't say I pay them your money for. Eh? That make any sense? Yeah.
Say the Wholeness administration deserves a third term in office. That's according to the latest nationwide Blue Dot polls powered by Total Tools. The poll was conducted between September 6th and 19th.
So 19, this is when everything let going on. And them conduct a poll and them tell them this. I do. Them are worried about the state of the country, the crime, everything them are worried about. Them say, oh, give him an extra, make him finish suffer away. We're turning a skeleton now because, yeah man, we're under drought, you know. Severe drought. We have to squeeze toothpaste. And give one is the next time, make him finish kill off the whole away. You tell them a shit. Or them put food up. And I like him say it, not worry the people, them say, yes, start run good. He might tell them, say, this are them troubling concern, but yes, still a small majority, 52%. Yeah, Big Mama drop out for me too, you know. So make me hear it, yeah, man.
It has a margin of error of plus or minus 3%. Ricardo Brooks has the details.
So you hear what them say? Plus or minus. So if you say the rest, it must have 48%, right? Plus or minus, if you take off, you say nearly 52. When the man did it. At this time, they books it. You say to look up? Because them things that they get traction now and the people, they might jump and say, people, JP people, they make them fool on them, man. They make you fool on them. And the worst thing. The worst thing. We are 85% about money laundering, by the way, yeah? And only 85% about money laundering. You notice them thieves, you know? Can you imagine a mark holding this? Them that push out money laundering, them that push out everything. 85% about money laundering. And other crime, what we say, commit wrong this. What's 85%? Yeah? Continue.
The Holness administration and its admirers have been adamant that a third term in government is imminent. In fact, they say it's loading. If Jamaicans had a say today, it appears the JLP's hopes would be affirmed at the ballot box.
Don't them say it's not local government? Them say it. Yeah? And in the real tool, the thing get even worse from local government, but him, if he say him do this now, him a wild up this. We can't waste money with Big Mama, man. We need some other advice and something, man. Big Mama show him colors too much. This a garbage, you know. Then Anderson in the field and him just say the way him say, hey, not more people come out come vote. It can turn up. And when you see it go up, only and like you have a chance. Yeah, you know have no chance on you. We don't ask you. Talk to people every day.
When the Blue Dot posters asked 1,246 Jamaicans whether they think the Holness administration deserves a third term in office, the answer was yes.
Yeah, no, him asked and the answer is yes. I hear who himself talk to now. Line up. Hear this.
Nearly 52% of respondents said yes.
So 51.8%. He said nearly. He said 52 first, but he said nearly 52, not 52. You hear this? Continue.
48% said no. That
you hear? So almost 48.something%. They say you said nearly 52%. You listen them. Yeah, and a 52% him saying play it back. You see, when them tell lie, this is like in a Granite Subaru, the same thing them do with themselves. Listen again.
said yes. 48% said no. Third term in office, the answer was yes. Nearly 52% of respondents said yes.
Nearly 52. So 51.something that, right?
48% said no.
So him said nearly, because these are the mistakes when they make all the time. Many times them can't talk straight. Yeah, hear some of the mistake. We are teaching them something. Continue alone.
That's a 4 percentage point majority, which is just
it should be 4%.
outside the 3% margin of error.
You know, just outside the 3% margin. That make any sense? This guy, I hear that. Yeah? I hear that. Yeah,
error. Also of note is the fact that those who believe the government deserves a third term have increased by 5 percentage points.
Them increased 5 percentage points. I hear whom say increase. You talk to 1,240 people and you say them increase at 5 percentage points. Hear this. You just say a big thing there, nearly 100,000 people that are enough people out there. Another 20,000, nearly some other people go at the mark bowling thing where you see, remember, I know them throw all them own money. Then they're going to go gamble, you know. And all this key, you know. Yeah? Them they are voters. You the one go run a poll, they're ready to go vote. And them come from every parish. Eh? Continue. Enough people not get for going either. Come and talk to people when they say we never get the bus, and that's why we never reach it. Talk to people, man.
Since February this year. So what's driving this shift towards an unprecedented third term for the JLP?
It is.
Well, women are playing an active role.
You hear it? Well, so this is not news, you know. You hear what I'm saying? Well, women, this is the same thing when them do with Granny Subaru. The same way them talk and put out them thing. Them say data and they put them in a trouble. Then them go put out the data and them put out them and men shoot up them place. 3 shots. One go through the glass and shoot it out. And they might show you know for the people them come out. But me show them all the expert things. I'm not show it to me done to you. Because them full of shit. Them full of shit. Big Mama, we know your style, man. Just go in, man. Go in, man. I will not allow you to do this. And treat the people them because at the end of the day, them are Jamaican. That's the hardcore one them will say, hey, me love the party. Stop treat them, man. Edify them, brother. Stop put garbage in people them head. You understand? When Andrew get a landslide and get the whopping, then them for blame you. Them for rush you. Can continue.
Female voters continue to power the Labour Party's fortunes in these polls.
Female voter not power nothing. Female voter not power nothing. Them are custom like crazy.
With 54% of them saying Prime Minister Andrew Holness should lead Jamaica beyond 2025. On the flip side, 46% of women voters want Holness and his government gone.
So 54% a woman voter, but 40. So all you know, say them they are PMP voter. You say woman voter. You talk to much people say 40% a woman voter. You don't talk to woman voter them in Jamaica. When you talk to yourself and sperm whales. See? You hear this? Some say 55%. Let me hear the women break it down. I'm saying the female voter 55, 54%, 56. And 44% for go. Here it is.
This is compared to the evenly divided sentiment among men, with 50% saying no to a third term and an equal number of 50% saying yes.
So if you pan out that you never get that 52 thing that we might talk some bullshit. But continue.
If there's any reason for the JLP to pause and take stock of these numbers, it's that 52% of unaffiliated Jamaicans do not believe the party should be returned to power.
When say 52%, so they must turn to power. So when you get this, unaffiliated 52%?
That's compared to the 48% of unaffiliated voters who say yes.
So who tell them say them are unaffiliated? Oh, look up this. Eh? Did you hear this?
That's a 4 percentage point gap.
You know why I say that? Because when only get work, you must say the unaffiliated voters, them, you know, unaffiliated. So we must say, him talk to them people, him talk to people where them are JLP and PMP. Garbage this. Yeah?
Labourites continue to break heavily in favor of a third term, with 89% saying their party deserves to remain at the helm.
That's a lie again. Kind of Labourite Bonanjo.
83% of comrades say no.
The
So this is a straight garbage. So I'm come with this, I'm going to finish him up. Yeah.
And older, with 56% indicating the party deserves a third term in office. The finding is notable as the opposition People's National Party, PNP, usually registers strong support among this demographic.
Yeah. Oh, if you are the poll, or you say the party do it because the PNP used to register for them and the demographic, or you reach there, sir, and a poll in your do. It's the Big Mama classes, you know. Continue.
The age group 55 to 64 years old is evenly divided 50-50 on the question of a third term for the JLP. It's a similar evenly divided situation among those 45 to 54 years old. 55% of voters 35 to 44 years old want to see the Holness government returned for a
that are the worst thing this thing could I even talk about. None of them people I'm talk about not even like see one this pan TV at them tell it to take him off. So I'm sit down in the we call it a own this pandemic, this, you know. Because I'm mash up the place now, him at the pandemic, you know. And never the pandemic go gone, only at the pandemic in Jamaica, you know. Only them in themselves, you know. And them at the pandemic, you know. Yeah. So this a garbage.
Third term, 45% said no. Among voters 25 to 34 years old, 51%.
So when them get that, and I'm telling you, still much people out of the 1,200 people when break down and them tell them age and everything. Because you are asked, you not verify age neither, you know. But when him come and breakdown, I don't think. So this man is a garbage, a piece of shit. See? Because Dan and this come tell us something more logical. He want to come out, come talking shit. Flap.
Are in favor of a third term, while 49% say no. Young voters 18 to 24 years old also break in favor of the JLP.
That I was a garbage, and them get locked up. You hear this? So this and them say 27% say him a go and good, you know. You know what Big Mama come out come say? 28 or maybe 27. Oh, you forgot the poll already. But you say, you know why I hear it, man, make me hear it right now.
54% of them support a third term, while 46% said no. The education minister.
So this are the biggest bogus poll members. Well, when you know some do that, them bogus still and can't bogus no more. So I could look on Big Mama now and Charles. When I have no chat boy, I run off him more. But yeah, this yeah, what I say about Monday too.
We gave you some more of the findings. Yeah. Before I go back to Pearnel, our special guest co-host today, the Blue Dot polls powered by Total Tools. Yes? We gave you some more of the findings yesterday and this morning. And yesterday morning, when we revealed that a plurality of Jamaicans, 44% of Jamaicans, when asked whether the country was heading in
a plurality of Jamaicans, 44%. But yes, see, mark 52%, a small amount. And then just the same as I say, so
the right or wrong direction, said it was in the going in the wrong direction. 44%.
44.
28% or 27%.
What me tell you about him? Now, in news, the day before, it's 27%. Say drop off one. And then you are sit on yourself. And then you come out say 44% and say, well, 28%. Or 27%. You have the percentage right. Can just read and in your head. You have the 28 and go back to the 28 and say, 27. Listen to him. Not my word. I tell you, sir, be a line, man. This coming like one in Subaru. Him see man in a black hat, then he turn yellow hat, or yellow hat, then black hat. That in this. Dangerous, you know? Very dangerous. Yeah.
Said it was in the wrong, going in the wrong direction. 44%. 28% or 27% said it was going in the right direction.
Or because the news said it drop off one, it go 27%. No, him at 28% or 27%. Because at the same time, when I talk him like I you know, same thing what I just show with the boy. They're right. Sorry. Sperm whaling. Yes. Continue.
The rest wasn't too sure what direction the country was heading. And
ask him what is the rest. Because when that say no, that say him just say 44 and him say when it's 44 and 27. So that's a no 29% don't know where it's going. You understand? Because but in brain not click it. But in the have it. If that's you can't set the rest. You give a percentage. So if you get 44 and you have 27, that look like that sound like 71 to me. So if at 71, it I want at 29. So that's and in the have it in a write out, right? 29%. Say that when him say the rest. Because of him fake. See, him that the statistic, you couldn't get the rest. You never work it out and say the 29, don't it? But now understand what I say? Eh? Because him can't calculate it in his brain like how I do it. Him taught me calculate it. Him can't do it. Him have to work it. See,
direction the country was heading. And then, when that came out, 44%, 28% or 27% said it was going in the right direction. The rest wasn't too sure what direction the country was heading.
What you call the rest? You could have written on something and came and read. You call it the rest? So if it's a poll with them take up, don't you have it in a percentage? Because if you have 44 and you have 27, that is 71, then the balance to make 100, it must be 29. You want to take the rest. Yeah? And the 28 too, you know, and come back and say 29. But anyway, the 28 and the 27 after. 27. Continue. They make too much mistake.
And then, when that came out, you know, we are so politically tribalized, Pearnel. The comrades were joyful. They were gleeful.
The when you the comrades were and I tell about social media, come what social media. I work, you know. No guys want to say, hey, who no run this so I must say the comrades, stop follow Big Mama and don't run with what Big Mama say about to not laugh and joyful. Stop it. We don't know Big Mama germs. Stop it. We don't need to stop it. You understand? Show him playing politics. He say they come with them joyful and gleeful. Yeah, no.
Yes.
You might talk about a small percentage, 52%. And then here we might say
They were all over social media yesterday.
They were all over social media yesterday. Him do it with the bank account, them too, you know. We must say the Prime Minister, then him come back and him read something on the news the following day. And I said, boy, the Prime Minister do nothing wrong and them say let him go and everything when them going out. Just watch him pattern now. I want to take anything when Big Mama run and say about the man. I want to get so. With big nasty mama and foolishness. Oh. You can't run with something what Big Mama put out. One good thing you use and do is dissect them. Listen, him do it with honest bank account them first, you know, when him come out and talk about it, you know. And then by the evening, you hear my read and say them to find nothing, and them teach and them to let him go and them this and that. So when you move with one thing, and you say, a Big Mama says so. You can't Big Mama play pound of mind, man. Come on, get real, man. Big Mama garbage, you know. Then him can't trick anybody. Him can't trick nobody around here. It's a Big Mama. Garbage. Pit food. Continue.
Yeah. Saying, see there? Polls to the country going in the wrong direction. By yesterday afternoon, when we revealed the other finding, we asked Jamaicans if the Holness administration should get a third term or not. And a small majority said yes.
You know, the small majority. So when it's a small majority, you might write it free, come around, put them with. I'm working, I'm blagging in my do, you know. And a journalist, you know. I'm blagging my do, man. I'm out, please. A small majority. Then why that? You notice them using a small majority, them write it in a way them do. Nobody do that. Nobody. In math now work, Yeah, the Poland math now work on them, man. You understand? Hear this now.
They should get a third term. Only 52%. Yes? As against 48.
You know, a small majority. Only 52% against 48. So you own a caught up with this guy when it make no sense. Stop steering thing around. So Big Mama said this. Only get caught up. Big Mama is a circus, you know. Big Mama is just a circus. I just pound them up a circus. See? So not like when people put out a Bible, him doing work. Yeah? He's a mouthpiece of doing work. Stop running out with what Big Mama say, man. We will get them and dissect them. Yeah? Continue.
Then it flip. Then start to cuss we again. While the
You what I'm saying? Yeah, Big Mama tell you, say, him a we again. All right, see it? Him a talk to Charles and I tell you, they comrades them start cuss we again. Can agree with that, Andrew, you know? Yes.
as against 48. Then it flip. Then start to cuss we again. While the Labourites, who were sad yesterday morning when they heard that result, suddenly say, oh, yes, see there? Yeah, third term loading.
See, let me tell you, you know, oh, yeah, the Labour, yes, third term, see there. That makes sense? So when him the same thing him do in a local government, that's why Andrew get whopping so. Same thing. Oh, we and them are win. Same thing him do. When you go look back on it, when you JLP when you pan down, when you want to lift the country. Big Mama must be going on there and Africa. When I forget Big Mama, continue.
And I say that because this is the hazardous nature of my job now, where depending on my position one morning, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. The following morning, I'm the worst thing that God ever set on this earth, you know. And you would have, yes, you would have seen a lot of that, yeah. You as a political actor yourself, the tribalized nature of the politics.
Yeah, him a the worst thing God prepared. No, him a Big Mama. You hear him? Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
getting worse, isn't it?
Cliff, let me say this to you. I'm a political science student, as I said. I spent years at one of the better colleges, and I learned from some of the top professors of the world. And I joined the BITU, which is a bigger professor than anybody else. And the JLP then, still. My problem, when I returned to Jamaica, but little before I returned, I decided where I was going, whether behind Michael Manley or behind Edward Siaga. And I studied both. I love the presentation of Michael Manley. He was saying what I wanted to say.
Stop. So you hear him and definitely lock him up. Definitely lock him up. Him love the presentation of Michael Manley. He must say what I want to say. What I want to say. Yes, still. And the same man did not start, Man, they are action figure. So when him come say this, in the years I try to trick people. So when you listen to him, say, boy, I love the presentation. And kind of one of them know if them try to throw and then the boss, so I always kind of man they stand up for the country. And for other territorial nation. Yeah? Him love a man, they say, man, they do the action. And him no creep and him need no bow. So you hear this? But him leave and go do criminality with Siaga. Yeah? Hear this now. Can do what he want to do. Remember them burn down evening time. Remember enough people get shot. Remember enough things them do, Him love the presentation of Michael Man because he must say what I want to say. Man do no longer say it, him do the action. Soon I live after housing trust and bastard act, free education, free health and everything. Say everything mash up there. Man they bring them in. Them never did it before. The amount of thing him bring in unbelievable. See? But here I'm saying love the presentation of Michael Manley. So what and they still when him talk, him come. MC and all of them man they bring them in, Yeah. So now just talk him talk. Him have an action. No, what they want to do is isolate him because them say no good. So you isolate him as well, a man, a man, yeah. At this moment, I study him, But I can't say because I can't do what I want to do. Because you can't go run a man there and you couldn't run man there and have 1,500 acres of people them land. You couldn't do it. Yeah. No man, you have to dissect them, Janko, wait till them sick your stomach. Hey, they throw on a sick Janko stomach. Ask the Janko, and my word. Not my word. See, Janko's alone, son, I'm sorry. But we can't listen them people here. On a sick Janko stomach. Literally sick Janko. Janko have put 2 laugh emoji up there, See them sick Janko stomach. So Janko, on a read it, people. Errol Grant and my sister Anna B, my sister, you good? Janko, see there? After megawatt, they have Janko there, so they have Errol Grant and Anna B. So Janko say him can't them sick him stomach. I see that Janko. Wanna see it? Literally, the 2 of them sick Janko stomach. Eh? Yeah, wanna see it? Watch out. Here when I say love, no, here when I say love, no, in Giant Siaga, here why?
But I love the work of Edward Siaga. I was doing what I wanted to do.
I was doing what I want to do. Him love Michael's speech, not Siaga. But him love Siaga because him can do work, because him can do. Remember, them can chop money and worth 31 million. Them can chop land and put 1,000 in it. Let me show you the land. Look here. Not my word. Not my word, Charles. Not for my word. We know no foolishness. Pearnel Charles. But I go to the land here, right? See that? Not my word, Let me just go to the land thing here. Look here. $1,000. Look at this.
Things run right? All right, Charles. Company Ice of Jamaica. I make a run through this. We want to see who with this and what's all about, The company.
Let me stop this because let me see this. This might have started.
Company details. Okay. Okay, full company.
All right. So I'm going to start at this. So when I look on that one, he might do what he want to. And by 1982, he have all of them land people. The land for himself, yeah, for $1,000. $1,000. Charles. You couldn't do that under the government. Saying? Yeah. Yeah, man. This bad man. See? So him say, I remember my word, a theme word. I was doing what I want to do. When I play that, Charles. Look here. Theme word, not my word.
All the things run right? All right, Charles. Company Office of Jamaica. I make a run through this.
And the same way Andrew has set up company now, people. It has set up long time under them. When them set up an high things and the company, but you see for the company, then you see them name. You see what them do? Look here. Not real company, you know. See that? Look here.
Full company details. Okay.
Full company name. See that?
Okay, full company details. Company
St. Thomas Farms Limited. And it never come up on them land yet. Different from the king with the planet.
Okay. Company address Golden Grove, St. Thomas.
Yeah.
Local.
Agriculture product and
sales. Okay. Active. And from when this incorporated date 30th of March 1982.
She went incorporated. See that?
Remember agriculture and everything. Look at that summary now. Shares had 1,000.
So you see, Andrew have shares 100. One man have 100 and give to him son. You know, it's the same people. Well, let's look on this. Say, I forgot about money now. Can I think you can do this under man, and Michael man, the thing, man. Yeah? Say, goddamn disgrace. See? Same shares them there. Remember, we're talking about seat. And look here.
Shares issue 1,000. Shares that, how much was shares capital? $1,000. For a big place like this, share price
$1 for the share.
$1 share. So who did upon this? I'll see date. Okay. So something I'm doing this happen. $1. Yeah? Big place like that. So okay. Alright. So I'm gonna move this. So we see the name of the company. We see the name of the company, right? Okay. That show the company and everything, okay. Government, that and that and that, okay. Alright, so St. Thomas Farms Limited, full company details, okay. Alright, move this now. Let me see this. Let me see that this here. 30th of March. Let me see this. Details, okay. Charles. Okay.
So, me know that, see that? Then, Charles, let me just go down more. I'm a director here. Michelle Charles, I think she here in the US, she was a director from 1994. So, Charles, his wife and his son, them and his daughter. See that? She in 1994. See that? Michelle Charles, 94. And the son too, him a director too, yeah? The son a director from, see that? Pearnel up there, so Pearnel there. Yes. So them a director, yeah? So them not no more authority for go chat to nobody. See? Them have to go outside. That's enough Siagon can do what he want to do. We are look to company. Shell company. Yeah? We go look for where the people, them Pearnel Charles. I look for Pearnel Charles about the people in the Femland. You go up there for deal with the land and then this will go on. Yeah? I go hear about Michelle Charles and Pearnel Charles now. Let me see this. Can I have everything in front of me? Yeah? Everything. Let me see that land now. Let me hear this.
Growing disquiet among some residents of Old Pera in St. Thomas. They say a fledgling tourism opportunity has been taken away from them. However, former Member of Parliament Pearnel Charles, who is at the center of the saga, says the business venture was infringing on his rights as a property owner and also violated environmental guidelines. Dwayne Anderson reports.
What started out as a so-called hustle on a piece of land in Old Pera, St. Thomas, has descended into a police matter and a standoff between some residents and former Member of Parliament Pearnel Charles. Residents explained to our news team that they were operating a camping and adventure business known as Outdoor Vibes on this property. This video they shared with us showed that business was booming. This man said he was employed to the business.
Come together, clean up the place and get together with the community. And the community get salary off it, straight. Straight them get salary. Because me work there, my sister work there, my brother-in-law work there. And the shop, at night time we go and buy like food, or like alcohol from the shop to out the night. So the whole community. Help the community.
But the residents soon found out that the land is owned by Pearnel Charles. Eventually, the founder of the enterprise got into contact with Mr. Charles, who gave the man permission to complete one last piece of business and then vacate his property. The former MP said he could not allow the camping enterprise to go much further because there were several issues, including an environmental worry.
Where would that sewage go? So these are not things that could happen.
Mr. Charles explained that soon after the venture closed, some unidentified elements started sending threats.
They say, we were working on a property that is not yours, and you make the man gone, and you're going to see. Within the next 24 hours, fire was burning on my property.
Mr. Charles says he has reported the suspected act of arson to the police. He showed us the cane fields that were burnt. Mr. Charles said those residents who were earning from the unauthorized camping project must contact him if they want new opportunities.
I'm now planting cassava and pumpkin and melon and the property, particularly where they burn down. Come. I have job for you. I've work for you. They don't want that work. They want to rum and jump up.
People, that's what are disrespect to the people, you know. When you see what the man them do, you see what kind of tourism them do, ecotourism. And inside them people, them no want no job to come plant for him. Them want to rum and jump up. This is how this them. And then we go to Michelle Charles, she say she defend her father property, which she own the property too. From 1994. So them man have them and put them picking them on the property and Pearnel Charles doing them on it too. Same thing with Andrew and them you. Them just put on the same pattern. So them do the same exact thing. Same thing with company and then them put them picking the name and do all kind of things. That's why you have to look through. You have to edify yourself with money laundering. You understand? Them people are going, remember them come from Central and lose up them, in the win them now, not up there. Yeah. And this people, them don't want to work, them want to run and jump up. Oh, you fair do ecotourism. And you want, look here. Look at the people, them do people, look here.
Police matter and a standoff between some residents and former Member of Parliament Pearnel Charles. Residents explained to our news team that they were operating a camping and adventure business known as Outdoor Vibes on this property.
Outdoor Vibes. But in a pan if you follow him, this man disrespect the people. You know? If you follow him and what him say, can't match what we see, you know. Me say, ever be careful of them. Them want rum and jump up. The people, them are ecotourism. Look at
this video they shared with us showed.
Look the people. Some camp tourism, you know, and people pay them money for them camp out, you know. See? Him say they don't want to work. He say come plant and them say they want to run and jump up. See that?
That business was booming. This man said he was employed to the business.
Come together, clean up the place and get together with the community. And the community get salary a fight. Straight.
Yeah.
Straight them get salary. Cause me work.
Them all man jump up. Here what Charles disrespectful. That me tell all them people I vote for these people. How you vote for him data? How you vote for him data? Can you put him back in a power? When we get smart, nobody, no family member, family shouldn't be there. No in a Clarendon or in a St. Thomas. None at all. Then to go away. Yeah.
There. My sister work there, my brother-in-law work there. And the shop, at night time we go and buy.
Yeah, you know much people work there for him, sister and brother-in-law, body work there, you know. He work there too. Yeah.
Like food, a liquor alcohol from the shop to out the night. So the whole community. Help the community. So
But the residents soon found out that the land is owned by Pearnel Charles.
I tell you, they didn't find out that in them banner go on the land in the people. From 82, him snap the land. $1,000. $1 per 1.5 acre. And he was the minister to the people. In a Chicago government, he was a minister when he snap it, you know. All this the government take it back from him. It's a criminality. At the other day, them pay some tax on it too, you know. The other day.
Eventually, the founder of the enterprise got into contact with Mr. Charles, who gave the man permission to complete one last.
That active, look on the place. Ecotourism. So them make a little thing over there and them make and them say them don't want to work. Or rum and jump up them want. This look nice. Can a concrete that, you know. You can't put, you know. Look there.
Last piece of business and then vacate his property.
Them
The
nice.
former MP said he could not allow the camping enterprise to go much further because there were
Yeah, camping enterprise. Them look nice, see? Yeah, then it must
several
stop.
issues, including an environmental worry.
Where would that sewage go?
So the people them will live there with the sewage go right now. I'm just going on with them. See that?
So these are not things that could happen.
Mr. Charles explained that soon after the venture closed, some unidentified elements started sending threats.
They say,
Him said soon after the venture close, can you give them, you put them out of job? Look here.
we were working on a property that is not yours. And you make the man gone and you're going to see. Within the next 24 hours, fire was burning on my property.
Mr.
On my property.
Charles says he has reported the suspected act of arson to the police. He showed us the cane fields that were burnt. Mr. Charles said those residents who were earning from the unauthorized camping project must contact him if they want new opportunities.
I'm now planting cassava and pumpkin and
People, the cane piece ever burn, that means I'm burning one cane piece. The government cane piece for them take. Yeah. Him say I plant cassava and pumpkin. Him should have carry if me, you know. If me are the reporter, I say, yes, sir. You have to carry me and show me. You come here and look at me and see a cassava and a pumpkin, you don't got to talk to me. And then you have to tell me, say the people, them after you pop up them work. Them don't want to work, them want to run and jump up. This is a total disrespect to St. Thomas. Yeah.
melon and the property, particularly where they burn down. Come. I have job for you. I've work for you. They don't want that work. They want to run and jump up, which I don't have to offer.
As for those who destroyed his fields, Mr.
You hear this? They want to run and jump up. I work in America and them destroy it, you know. And him look at the camera and with the bag of liar, you know. Them a work and destroy it and say them don't want to work. They want to run and jump up. Right, them a work.
Charles is talking tough.
Yeah, idiot. You can't burn me out. This sort of bad man business, we're going to burn out Pearnel Charles. You're on a wrong mission.
The former MP also stressed that the area is not unclaimed. He said the piece of land was disconnected by erosion from the wider property he owns. Mr.
Oh, it's a piece of land them there out in the sea, you know. And I think of it, you know, so I feel the money land in the sea. Yes.
Charles, in the meantime, said the property will bring great opportunities to the people in the area in the near future.
This property
The people them this year mash up and them family. But hear this now.
is slated to be the eastern tourism sector, the Negril of the East. There was a
So why they want to touch a place like this, ecotourism? You can't have tourists all over the place like this. You cannot be concrete jungle everywhere. And by the way, St. Thomas people, if them come and put up two of them big hotel there, the whole of Funo thing gonna lose that. No more beachfront, none of them beach on the Funo. A matter of fact, nothing on the Funo again. Nothing. Him out there, I take adapt them one though. Then him make billions of dollars. That's why them thief the land. I remember, you know, police are protect the tourists, not Uno, you know. Real slave thing that, you know. You can't have every parish. And you pack tourists in every parish of Jamaica. Because Kingston and St. Andrew can tourists too. Them open in the hotel there. Remember, you have people do things in Kingston, you know. Them have hotel, you know. Them have hotel in a New Kingston. All about. Them have hotel. But you can't go carry them. And they have some little place where they may go, St. Thomas, but it's not so big. But you can't carry them big things there, guys, St. Thomas. Everywhere the same thing. You take what Portland, you take what this, and I'm nowhere for move. This bad. And you can't live on tourism like that, this, like that. It's bad. So the man, they might take with the place and they mash it up. They may not politician, they may have them a line, them pocket, them a criminal. You understand? Yeah, them a criminal. Honest, we edify ourselves about money laundering, sir. And what you're doing, it resemble money laundering. I'm a fact, it's a money laundering, not twin. Them twin, them giant. Siamese twin too, yeah? Yes. When you are doing them transfer then them bank account and go the money they look like them are wash and everything. Because we want to know you get the money from the first place, them they never declare. Them look like Siamese twins, sir. Them have appearance as Siamese twins. You know the twin where them stuck on together, but only Sadu and when we watch with money laundering. Allow me to tell them that resemble like Siamese twin. Identical Siamese twin. Yeah? But we read with only son, and yes, the Big Mama them the raise that. Look at him now. Look at him. Let me show you this. Let me show you this more right there. See that? Look at this. Look at Pearnel daughter now where she had the MP. Here who she such a back claim. The people them did come out. Look at this.
Claim the people's land. You and your father. You have got over 1,500 acres. You can't leave with now with the island. You can't leave with now with the island. No more earth. 4 places in land, which is a national heritage of land. Your father claimed. National heritage of land. You claiming to be yours.
She know when I got race on that. You know when bigger race out there.
Nothing about representation.
I said them as a vote for your idiot. You know, vote in a power, you know.
Let our father it has nothing to do with government. Your father said it is his. It has nothing to do with government. Don't come and try to trick the people. It's his property. It's his property. Madness. How can an island be a part of Mr. Charles Sugarland? That's madness. We don't have taken enough, but we won't take this. We will fight to the bitter end to defend this from the people. You and your father need to go back to and leave in Eastern St. Thomas. You have taken enough land. You have taken enough land. You have never represented the community. Not in the statement you have made against this. The community had never.
Listen what Jasper Jr. asked now. I'm asking you know. Listen what I asked now. I hear what she tell him say.
Grabbers and land barons, that's what you Charles are no interest to represent people. Your interest is to take away all the other land we left. But you're not going to get none. dad's claim.
Are you supporting the people? Are you supporting your dad's claim? She said dad's claim she support, yeah? Dad's claim of
All the other land we left. So you're not going to get none. Are you supporting the people or are you supporting your dad's claim?
He and her came and tried to cause problems. There's a gentleman that came from England that had a camping event. Let me finish. He and I speak on a regular basis. The camping event was not stopped. He was leaving to go back to England. What was stopped is that when he was digging a pit, a subway, where feces was coming into the water. If somebody was to fall and hit their head, you think they're going to sue Mr. Beckford? He had no permission, not from us, or from NEPA, or from anybody in Jamaica, to put...
Who is us? No, who is us? You said us. Who is us?
Listen, even if the iron is occupied, you still have to walk across our property to go there.
But you're talking about parliament.
I'm not saying anything right now.
Yes, that's what you're doing now.
I'm not.
That penetrate where you do, stop getting distracted by...
I would never do that.
Kill is coming.
It's Becky.
Doc, pay attention to the way you do, so that's a kill is coming around there, so.
The problem that we have is that Mr. Beckford and Miss Roshaw have encouraged this kind of tribalistic approach. No way, they have never had any problems. Many people have come to the beach, they've never had a problem. So because of that problem is why I am here today. I don't understand why
a straightforward question. When we leave today, because these are more different of sight. When we leave, listen, hold on, Mr. Listen carefully. When we leave today, this apparatus, will the rest...
All them people are joker because you could have come to my place and run and then when you move with 1.5 towards the acre land. Yeah? And they salon them have land, you know. They have land where the council there, them own that too, you know. Need and pen and them place there. And them have the whole of them land. Them have more land, you know, more than 2,000 acres them have, you know. Charles, them and them have it. Them have land in a more, them have land all over the place. You just got to represent the people. Them have land, we don't see them with the land as 10 times when they come from. But them go there somewhere, you look them, they step the land and they have to, them people are born and grow up on the land. And they do long and say, boop up, and they know the man on the land. You just stay there and just take it. That couldn't happen under man they watch. You take it for himself. So them do a grab, and the same thing with Andrew owners now, the man them come back and do a bigger grab. In a 2024, like people are that. In a what? In a computer age? Yeah, man. We are gonna dig down everything, we'll find out everything, we don't have no time for them. It's a joke. When you draw on Andrew, them try to compare him with Mark Wall. Mark Wall is a legit businessman. We don't fall for the foolishness. They have a tax officer and start the declaration on it. It won't declare neither. Legit with legit business. Same like you have Grace Kennedy and you have the word of the bank them and the word of legit business. Not shell company. So you come out and say book back. Like when you see Dan Baby sit down with in the house, but them have Grace Kennedy. Legit business. See? And you never have that. But it just a show with, you know, one way I'm having. Yeah, before me even go out today, I'm have to play. Because I'm tonight on the Titan Awards. Because we identify ourselves with money laundering because we don't like how we see. I go on there. So. We know another foolishness. You understand? We know another foolishness. So we have to edify ourselves. Yeah. See? We have to edify ourselves. Let me show you something with Michelle Charles now. Michelle Charles, are you this? See? I mean, notice, I know really you are the MP of your father because of him come out, come talk for you. Because you're asking. Look on this. Look on this.
Here because we want to know what arrangement the contractors.
So, oh, you have an MP, but you don't vote for in St. Thomas. But this guy will move so much land. Well, she owned the land to her. So not just her father. She are the owner for the land, just like her brother. We have the helper they were helping. Right? Yes. Our brother, the junior, them own the land too from 1994. Yes, them are director. Yes. Them own the land too. Father make sure put the land for them name too. So them are the owner for the land. Eh? And them so be a face of them say when I vote for a thing and I call people criminal and all kind of things. I think so. Them took away. You understand? Him, she get paid but him attack. Look here.
And the police have made so that.
Hear that? Continue.
Yeah. We can know what we're doing.
Okay.
And they have
so hold on.
Today.
See it?
As for what?
That is what's taking place right now. See it? Look. See it? Look. Not careful. Look at it. Look at it. See it? No, him don't do it on purpose.
Taxi stuck in and look on the road. Yes. Right now, it mash up more than this right now. This is the highway, you know what they talk about. It mash up. When they did fix it this, but it mash up more than this now. The boss, Andrew boss bought this and take the picture overview. If you look on it and tell about logistic and one bag of things, you can look St. Thomas and goddamn disgrace. That type of a bill, you know, in a bill. Billions of dollars gone down. But you know what this Big Mama them they run go and go sit down. Yes. They could touch the last thing for she before I move to something else. That Charles, Michelle Charles. Look on this. Michelle Charles. I could just touch you yourself. People are saying, I'm not vote for them people. Oh, look here. Total disrespect and she clean up the whole place. Look on this.
This happy hide now. This happy hide now. Can't worry about that now. It's happy hide now, not true. How liberate.
I know that she put up that online. She put up online. She go pay a little help and take the woman rag and assault her with a rag. For foreign listen, anyway, she get fired and things. This is how Andrew own this one female administration. No man has not at all. I will watch it clip. The PSOJ. Them no good neither. Them are nastiness. She don't get fired long time. Oh, you vote for these people. This is what I want to know when you break it down. But serious note. Oh. Them's a goddamn disgrace. Anything what Charles them say. And as I said before, Big Mama carry on 93-year-old woman. I said she afraid if the PMP them coming up on. Mom, number one, you're 93. Dead imminent. So you have used already long time because under Andrew Watch, he have the highest murder rate in the history of Jamaica. Yeah, 2017. Go check it. Poster, and she language by Bruce and Poster. Bruce have the highest murder rate in the history of Jamaica. You want me to tell you? Yeah? In the history of Jamaica. Yeah? I'm a top fact. I don't like that. I'm just showing it there because my show run it, so you know, I do tabloid. Murder statistic. Let me show them the murder statistic now. Murder statistic. Let me see this now. All right. 1 and 2. I see that one, you know. 2000 murder total 2021. All right. I see that one here. The one number 4. All right. From 2019. All right. Let me just show you. Let me show you the murder statistic. 209.
People
never go back
take
and forth.
some view upon a murder tool there. And we know what going on, yeah? When government work, yeah? All right, from 2009, I could jump to 2009.
That, a matter of fact, this at 2,683. This is the highest one in highest one, yeah? This is the highest.
2009. Now, we did have in 2009. Could have got 2007. But we have to start from 2009. 1,680 murder committed 2009.
No, let me show you the right one. Let me show you the right. Let me show you the police statistic. The right. Then they revise that. So 1,283. So murder statistic. Let me show her. Let me show them. Let me move this. Look here. Let me show you the one. Let me show it. I want to show now so you know this. Yeah? Let me see the right one now. Let me go for the one there, but it have the whole thing in it. I now have statistic. I statistic 1. And I just screw now run down on it. I just screw now run down.
And all the murder climb.
Yeah,
right down back and we can just go back on the ear then. No care which.
You look at the murder statistic. Let's say the one.
And we have started from get independence. We have 62 murder. And 63 we have 70. 64, 70, 65.
People who just took on the 60s and 70, you have to take them out in a murder statistic. When you just took on them for me, I mean, I'll show you the highest, the second and the third, and the fourth and the one. Look on this.
65, 66, 111, 67, 102, 68, 110. What's in over there?
If 1970 or 150, that's a under zero. 153 and that's zero.
70, 152.
71,
71, 145. My next page. 71, 145. So that's a watch thing, eh? 72, 188. 73, 2, 32. 74, 1, 95. 75, 2, 66. 76, 3, 67. 77, 4, 09. 78, 3, 89. So let's run it all the way here, so at the turbo years, them right? Alright. So we're going 79, 3, 5, 1. The 80, the general election. So you come back, so you go in first time.
89.
89.
And that was the same way. It's how when them come down even tired out, say you have to add that night and then I walk and kill people and other things. Man, if I defend themselves, you see it?
General election 80. 81, 4, 90.
It's all the Siaga. 88 come right up to 89.
But let's do the whole statistic for some people, because they know, you know,
don't tell people crap.
82, 405. 83, 4, you know, go down Batman 3 and this, I'm going to see that. 424. 84, 4, 484. 85, 434. 86, 449. 87, 442. 88, 414. So it climbed, but it not reach. Let's see when you go back there now. 89, 439. 90, 542. 91, 546. 91. With that bar, but it could have go back down. I can't carry that. 90. Okay. let me say it. 92, 6, 29, 93, 6, 54, 94, 6, 90, 95, 7, 80, 96, 9, 25, 97, 1,000, got 1,000 for the first time, 97, and 38. 98, you go back at 9, 53. 90 to get them thing there, right? Alright. Me get 99 this a while. I get 99, I get 99. I will look at 99. I forget 99. Come go back on this one. Come see 98. Okay, it's 99 now. I go back at 8. 49. 2000, you go at 8, 87. 2001, 1139. 2001. Okay. So, and what's right there, so? 2002, 1045. 2003, 976. 2004, 1471. 2005, 1674. That's 2005. 2006, go down back at 1340. 2007, it come up back now 1580. 80 much that? 84. 2008, it go one.
So people, 2005 hypothesis, and that was the highest murder rate in the history of Jamaica at the time. Just set the note, 1,674, right? And then 2007, it's a boost coming in because they win early up in the year. So you see him coming in at 1,000. Can win up in the year? You see it coming at 1,584. You see it? What?
1,619. So in 2005, 2000 that.
2008. Look at them score now. 1,006 in Ghana, 1,006 to 2008. That's a boost. Boost coming in with a bang, you know. 1,584, 1,619. So that I make the 619 and the 584. That be the second and the third. Right? And look how Bruce outdo himself now.
619. That I wanted to just look over that. So you got in that 2009 or to keep up this up 2 years straight. Never see that yet. All right. So 2007 go. There's a 2008 or 1,600. 2009 1,689.
Okay, we could stop it, that's people. We could stop it, that's all. We could drop the thing. So those have 2005 and the partition that be the number of the highest at the time. Okay, I take over 1980. And then Bruce have the second and the third highest. So 2009 now Bruce have the first highest. But have the second, and then him have the third and the fourth. So it put him the fifth and the sixth. And then it go with Imam I think no, the sixth. I think Andrew have the sixth and thing, but Andrew have the third. See? Andrew going at the third place. But Andrew in another cabinet at you know. Andrew. Just look on this. Continue look on this. So Andrew going at the third. Continue.
83. So 2009 and 1,683. So it's higher than 2005. 2009. Then it cut down 2010 at 1,447. 2011. We know which government I run through 1,133. All right, stop it.
All right. So see, so Bruce have the highest murder rate per female, you know. Yeah, me just look what happened to my internet because why? Like my internet box. I see this go down and that go down. So me just want to go outside. Yeah, all right, like I have that. So up back again, yes. All right, so yes. So Bruce have the highest murder rate. Andrew was a part of the cabinet. Yeah. We go look on the other one. We go look on Portia now. Portia was sandwich Bruce. Yeah. And then Andrew have the third highest murder rate in the history of Jamaica. You see, these are the things where they're not facing. Look here. We could just continue with this.
And it's again.
If I ever said
2012, it got on 1,102.
Look at the whole of this a Portia now. But 2015. February coming, so Andrew have the 16. So 2012, a Portia, 1,102. 2013, 1,202. 2014, 1,005. Between Portia with Bruce, I think them know what near now. See the play.
2013, 1,202. 2014, 1,005. No state of emergency, not like that. 2015, it got 1,200. This is when, you know, you sleep with you open, murder gone up too much. 2016 now, it got 1,354. 2017, it go back at 1,647.
People, let me stop that. That's the third highest murder rate in the east of Jamaica. Only take snapshot of that. So all the woman that go up on Big Mama and say she afraid. She's 93. She afraid of the PMP coming back, afraid of what? This is a 100 statistic. None of them know they near poster now. None. The highest poster upon our watch are 1,208. Look at Andrew Lewis. Look at him. 2017 are the third highest murder rate in the history of Jamaica. And this I look at Poster Lower 2015, look at in 2016. Look at in this time 2018. These are the lowest Andrew ever got. And tell me what? It around 79 higher than 79 murder. Higher than Poster lowest highest. The lowest Andrew won this one. See down here, sir. It nearly 79 murder higher. See that?
18. It there 1,200. It got on 1,287. Then it climbed 2019 1,339. 2020 1,323. Right? But we see this now. Once 21 and 22. Alright, so let me see this. Let me see this. Yes, I'm supposed to get this now. Alright, so 2000, let me say 21 now, 22. Alright, so I want to 22. 22 there. I'm going to see 22. What am I about? But we know what.
Right. So, let me tell you now, it's 23 and 24, 23, 21, 22, 23, you know what's up there? Then push that up 1,500 and something. The last one, because them one if go down, them they start 1,492, and then push that to 1,511. So that up there, so nothing per Andrew Watson, none of them be the highest 12 per Andrew thing. But yesterday I bugged that for out and so when PMP in a power murder go up. Boost up the highest murder rate for them and then Andrew did not part of that administration. And then Andrew only have the third highest. Ongo one beat that Andrew over Andrew. And in the 1,600, you know. Ongo one beat it. And then them have more than 1,600. Them and boost them. See? Ongo one beat it at 2005. Andrew have them, and it does look over that. Andrew, Bruce, then the Patterson 2005. Then Andrew, then Bruce, then Andrew again, then Bruce, Andrew. I saw it around. Murder to one. Yes. So over 93-year-old woman, where you look on your grave, where you're sleeping, even if you wake up back, after you're afraid that PMP will come in and this you have no, ma'am. What Andrew for more worry about is that woman. She's 93, That's what them tell we, but this lady is a 99. Look here. And hear what she say. She not say she afraid. She tell about Andrew and them dangerous. Look here. And she come show her face, by the way. Look here. Look.
9-year-old. So 199-year-old. Mama, tell me the date of birth.
My born the 11th of April 1923.
Alright. Mama, 99-year-old. Mama, I want to ask you a question. What the worst prime minister you know from politician time?
Andrew Juanes, man. Andrew Juanes.
Say it again, man, because they probably not here.
And
when you find a woman where she'll be 101 now, her birthday again. This is last year before her birthday she do this. Up the last year, right? Up now catch about April. She do it up before and she'll tell you say you're the worst thing. You're embarrassed. She not such afraid because she knows that her time soon. So when Big Mama go a woman no wanna do PR. Big Mama you're nasty, man. You have to go, man. It don't go through you say who you come with, you not think, because somebody, if you reach near 100, where you think you'll live for 200, we never see that. We not see it. Your time limited. We don't know your time if you reach 193, if you reach one more day or two more, I think, and then natural cause sooner than later. But your time limited. So why Big Mama that put she and she talk foolishness? Say to pray them to PMP, but yesterday the statistic that show you. It shows that under Andrew watch him have the third highest murder rate. Under Bill School watch him have the highest in the entire history of Jamaica. The highest. Then them have between him and Andrew, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, him and Andrew after them run it. Yeah? And you have to run that it do have 1980 general election, the 898. Do half it. You understand? Do half it. Because 8 and 16, you know. Then do half. Then get it double. Bruce get it double. Yes. See? 800 and the Bruce get it double. I need a double. You do half it. After to get it double. 1600. Yes. One time under the PMP, the 1600, that's what we see. Them do half it. Andrew more than 1600, you know, Bruce, them get 3 and them thing there, you know. Andrew was part of the administration. The woman say you're the worst thing. She not just scared. Because remember, you know, but then I look for the 90-year-old woman. So think they want to look back more peace, you know, more take a call. Wish we not see the call. I could have be somebody don't this a call one of them, because you know it's how the sperm whale could have one of the sperm whale going like granny. A granny sperm whale. Me I show you the woman and our grandson. Now nothing to do with me. Okay? Yes. So you have to be true to yourself. The last thing I show again, oh no, one more. I'm gonna play one of my brethren when just send me to. I'm gonna play this. Because it's something important, you know. I'm gonna play it right there. I'm gonna play this. Did I play it and stop? Let me hear this.
That's stupidness. Owners himself don't believe that. But owners consider themselves as political strategists of no mean order. Him call general election in a COVID because he believe him could win. You think if that poll is true, only shouldn't call election, brethren? That alone shows a rubbish that.
You see, only someone hang on film live. And Big Mama, boy, I try while up the crowd, you know. Yes, I say yes, that and that. But when you understand it have a backlash or a back effect, you know. Where if you have some PMP people, they must say, that them say you brought more PMP, you brought more people to go vote in so this. By him do all these things. As some people say, well, that's all right, man, him don't get beaten, them all come out. By the hook and say, no, we have to get rid of this guy. So when Big Mama think him at the something, what am I doing to make it worse? Yeah? And not care how them want to buy vote or do something not working to help them. And people have video them. Every one of them want to buy vote. Anyway, with them, they're not supposed to buy vote. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, man. Donovan. Yeah, him can't tell only say make sure people remember Andrew only can buy nobody with them own money, you know. That's why we only say no guy now buy you out with their own taxpayers' money, you know. And they look money at chop all over the place. We know that with them. No guy can't buy your own money. Remember do it. Remember put your money laundering. Can you create a Titans of money laundering, money. Because you have to edify yourself for the money laundering thing, yeah? You have to edify yourself. So, make question the money laundering thing one more time. One more time. Edify yourself. Edify yourself for money laundering. No.
As one of the most notorious gangsters in history, Al Capone presided over a vast and profitable empire of organized crime. But when he was finally put on trial, the most he could be convicted of was tax evasion. The nearly $100 million a year, that's $1.4 billion in today's currency, that Capone had earned from illegal gambling, bootlegging, brothels, and extortion would have served as evidence of his crimes. But the money was nowhere to be found. Capone and his associates had hidden it through investments in various businesses whose ultimate ownership couldn't be proven, like cash-only laundromats. In fact, those laundromats are part of the reason for the name of this activity, money laundering. Money laundering came to be the term for any process that cleans illegally obtained funds of their dirty criminal origins, allowing them to be used within the legal economy. But Capone wasn't the first to launder money. In fact, this practice is about as old as money itself. Merchants hid their riches from tax collectors, and pirates sought to sell their bounty without drawing attention to how they got it. With the recent arrival of virtual currencies, offshore banking, the dark net, and global markets, schemes have become much more complex. Although modern money laundering methods vary greatly, most share three basic steps: placement, layering, and integration. Placement is where illegally obtained money...
And then part of the taking, you know. Yeah, Taylor, big up yourself. Yeah, man, big up yourself. And then part of the taking placement, what's this?
is converted into assets.
It look like a Siamese twin. Two always say Andrew thing and in finance, so it look. One look, if it's a Siamese, it look like a Siamese twin to Andrew and him account them. And the movement of fee money. I don't know where it comes from anyway, but it look like Siamese twin, don't it? We are asked Andrew if it look like Siamese twin. To where this a teach way. Continue.
That seem legitimate. That's often done by depositing funds into a bank account registered to an anonymous corporation or a professional middleman. This step is where criminals are often most vulnerable to detection, since they introduce massive wealth into the financial system seemingly out of nowhere. The second step, layering, involves using multiple transactions to further distance the funds from their origin. This can take the form of transfers between multiple accounts or the purchase of tradable property like expensive
multiple accounts,
cars, artwork,
yes, sister, yes, on it later,
and real estate. Casinos, where large sums of money change hands every second, are also popular venues for layering. A money launderer may have their gambling balance made available at a casino chain's locations in other countries or work with employees to rig games. The last step, integration, allows clean money to re-enter the mainstream economy and to benefit the original criminal. They might invest it into a legal business, claim payment by producing fake invoices, or even start a bogus charity, placing themselves on the board of directors with an exorbitant salary. Money laundering itself wasn't officially recognized as a federal crime in the United States until 1986. Before that point, the government needed to prosecute a related crime, like tax evasion. From 1986 on, they could confiscate wealth simply by demonstrating that concealment had occurred, which had a positive effect on prosecuting major criminal operations like drug traffickers. However, the legal shift has raised concerns involving privacy and government surveillance. Today, the United Nations, national governments, and various non-profits fight against money laundering, yet the practice continues to play a major role in global crime. And the most high-profile instances of money laundering have involved not just private individuals, but major financial institutions and government officials. No one knows for sure the total amount of money that's laundered on a yearly basis, but some organizations estimate it to be in the hundreds of billions of dollars.
And that's how we do it, you know. No, I verify myself for this, man, because the money laundering thing, and then you ask the Prime Minister about him house and them thing, and them money, and say, you're bad man. I would see the money I run through 4 of them account there, and we know you know them say nothing about it. Well, Prime Minister, do this and do that. When I idiot, when the things say you now what you know, when I go push up on yourself and I lower down and I push up, you know. Everyone I know go, it recorded, it did it. So when they run out and I chat and I back in, them have to look in at phone finance too. Can I use US? I mean, hold on, man. You think US to know what is money down to me? You have some money have clean money and they them take it go buy coke and them smuggle it out, go do things. You think US now watch it? In a Jamaica, you have $2 billion or 80 million US. The Colombian get something like that more 70 million to coke. We boss. They want to the one them when a boss. Because them they were boss you have enough when a boss, you know. They go to and spread in Europe and it kill people. So now for them within PSO, them are killers. At first. So them now say the coke kill people, man. You think coke kill people, mash up family life. Them are criminal. That's why they don't want to go nowhere else to live in. They want to stay there so because they can't do anything with them want to do when they have corrupted government. We don't chat. Wait till Titans later. I'll come back before that too, you know. Yeah? We don't chat. Don't make a case. Yeah? Edify ourselves about money laundering. And watch the Prime Minister and watch who back him up. Uncle Sam, I know not take note. I know Canada take note. I know UK take note. Europe take note and I watch him and I watch who come out and back him. And can looking at for them finance. But I'm going to run up them out. We're there. Later. Yeah.
We in lump sum, we a beat it till they are my bane. We now make them get in at them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber.
Original 40 says no, we not take rough up the cup. From the other day, them face them a puff up. That they 3 little pig and the old fire off up. If them flip like a fool and leave them get crushed up. Better shut your beat, no speak, you better hush up. Street furniture, everything's a get dust up. Limbs and shove, everything's a get brush up. When you see original Eastman, you must not fuck away. Lyrically inclined, be a metaphor, so no listen to.
Again, I'm out later. Remember tonight the Titans are worries. Be there.